Happy Friday, Mayhem Makers. It's Mindy, Quilting Mayhem. We're back to the butterfly. This is our last session that we have scheduled for this sew along. I may sneak another one in for you guys, just kind of help keep you going, because the assembly, there is a lot to do, but it's easy. I mean, it's really just kind of organizing and putting blocks together, which we talked about last week, of kind of separating all your blocks into the sections. So hopefully if you're done with your blocks, you got your background fabric cut and organized, and hopefully have each section kind of separated, so you can just go kind of section by section and put them together. So behind me on my lovely design wall that I have kind of improv in my room is section 4. So I've kind of gotten through sections 1 through 3. And so now 4 is next. So this is kind of what I'm doing. Just to give you that example, is I have my section 4 right hand side, and then this is left hand side. Generally I have them kind of more apart, but I wanted you to be able to see kind of what it looks like. And that's why I can see it color wise, layout wise, make sure I have all these half square triangles going the right direction. Because of course I've put things together, I've put them in wrong. So it still happens no matter how you have it laid out. So don't worry about how things happen, because you can fix them. Once you lay them out, you look at them and see how it's going. So this is really all you need to do. Lay out a section, and if anything, I would just lay out the right side, put it together, and then lay out the left side and put it together. Because I have even found that trying to do both sides at the same time kind of mess with my head. Easy to do. So I've just kind of tried to slow myself down and just one side at a time, each section at a time, and just plug through. So make sure you have your color chart handy, and then have your section diagrams handy. What's nice is it does tell you how many of each block, so I just kind of refer to that to make sure that I'm grabbing the correct blocks, because like log cabins, we have them in multiple sizes. The pie blocks, you know, we have things in different sizes. So I just refer to the chart, refer to the color diagram, and make sure that I'm trying to get everything in the right places, in the right colorations of what I had in mind. And of course, kind of as we've talked about, these are the times you could make changes if you don't like how it's looking. Like if for you, if this color kind of bugged you with all the other kind of greens and blues, now would be the time to change the block, change the color layout. I know somebody had mentioned that they figured out that some of their blocks weren't mirroring in color, which was a great reality check that I had the same problem too. I've just decided to leave it as an Amish mistake. So mine will not mirror, and I'm okay with it. I've learned that my life is too short, and I just don't have enough time to go back and fixing things. So I learned to let some things go, but if for you it bugs you that, probably most common in like the, I think it's the pie blocks, if you didn't actually mirror your colors when you put them together so that they look like they're reflecting, you may want to go back and fix that. I'm rolling with it because I've already got everything done and I'm getting excited to put it together. So I'll kind of show you what some of the other sections look like, just to give you an idea of how they've kind of come together as I've sewn. So this is section 3. Okay, and so there's a right side and left side. Right now I'm not sure which is which. When I lay them together, I'll make sure I get them going the correct way. And then I have put together 1 and 2, I think. See, even I get turned around. So kind of the top half of the butterfly coming together, which is really exciting. Oh, and then I got ahead. I had some questions on some other colors. That might have been section 7 and 8. Don't be afraid to ask questions, because I'll gladly work things out. So I had somebody like, I don't think 7 and 8 is going together correctly. So I threw together 7 and 8. So I think that's actually what that was section 7 and 8. I can't keep track. Because yeah, here's actually 1 and 2. I'll lean back because it starts with blue at the top. So here's 1 and 2, how they're looking. and I'll help you figure things out. So even if I'm not in the same place you are in the pattern, I have no problem just kind of jumping around just to make sure that you can keep going and not have problems. And you may find a problem in the pattern that I haven't seen. Fortunately, we've been fortunate. This pattern's been really good and not having any problems with the cutting and sizing and all that kind of stuff, because I've done sew-alongs in the past where the patterns turned out to be not so good. But this one thankfully has really just kind of plugged right along and come together. So yeah, so this was actually 7 and 8. And there are bigger sections once you start getting them together. But what's nice is they'll just kind of keep syncing up and coming together. Just make sure you keep referring to the chart and the diagram, because once you get to the end of it, 18 and 19 really start to tell you how to put all the sections together as you've got them completed. So I'm just kind of working my way in, you know, so I have 1 and 2 and I put them together. Once I get section 4 done, I'll put 3 and 4 together, because I just like having fewer moving parts as I go along. So that's personally how I plan to put my butterfly together, is just kind of keep syncing things up into their bigger sections until it's done, and then right side and left side will get attached to that flying geese, the long center. And then you're essentially done, which is awesome. But that's kind of where we're at, is getting this butterfly done and in flight. I know if you've been in the group, you've seen like Miss Diane. She already has hers done and it's fabulous. So understand it's awesome. It's worth all of the effort that we've put into it for the last 3 months. So just kind of keep plugging along. Yeah, and Diane's like, pins are your friend. A lot of pins, keeping those seams together in the right locations so you don't have them shifting and those kinds of things. Yeah, become friends with your pins, lots of them. Just careful not to stick yourself with them. So yeah, I'll probably look at the calendar. I may put together another video, or I may just do like some open live groups where we can kind of come in and chat if you have questions. So don't worry, it's not like this is the last time and I'm done with all you guys. We'll keep plugging along and supporting you until you get to the end of your butterflies and get them together. I've actually been requested to do this again next year, so who knows? Maybe we'll do it again, and you guys, if you haven't finished it, just keep plugging along with us in the next round. So it's okay. Everybody's at their different pace. So as always, if you have questions, just reach out to me. Ask me, email me, call me, come see me at the shop, whatever. I'll gladly help you. If you're just, whatever struggles you have or questions you have, please don't be afraid to reach out to me. That's what I'm there for. Help you get through this guy. I'm loving it. It's making me so happy putting it together. So I'm having a hard time not working on it. And of course, got a couple other sew-alongs I've been running. So it's been a little hard to stop, work on something else, and have to wait to come back to this. So fortunately, I think next week I'm free to play and get it going. So I'll post some pictures of how mine's going along too, so you can kind of see how it's working for me. Otherwise, hopefully you have a good weekend. Happy holidays. They're coming fast. Hopefully you get some sewing time in to help you de-stress, let everything else go, and just make this butterfly come together. Happy stitching.